2024, our timeline. This will probably be the most difficult to explain as I do not have access to the information I need. We actually have more questions than answers. Seeing that the stars is God's yearly calendar, we should be able to work out the exact year we are in through astronomy. Unfortunately, astronomy information has largely been controlled by NASA and the Vatican. Two peas in a pod. We would need a baseline in the past to work from. Fun fact: one of the largest telescopes in the world is in Vatican City and called Lucifer. Why are they so obsessed with astronomy, just like the ancient cultures? You can also just change the calendar if you are in power. Julius Caesar changed the calendar in order to realign the Roman calendar with the sun. Julius Caesar had to add 90 extra days to the year 46 BC when he introduced his new Julian calendar. He also changed New Year's Day to January 1st. Caesar wanted to honor Janus, the two-faced god who looks backwards into the old year and forward into the new. Must add that the Vatican also changed the calendar. Pope Gregory's reform, proclaimed in 1582, restored the calendar to the seasonal dates of 325 AD, an adjustment of 10 days. The Julian calendar has gradually been abandoned since 1582 in favor of the Gregorian calendar, and one reason was that we could celebrate Ishtar, god of love, sensuality, fertility and war, instead of Easter as we were taught, by determining date by moon cycles instead of fixed date. Explains the bunny and eggs. Oh yes, and changed the seventh day of rest from Saturday, Sabbath, to the first day of the week, Sunday, so we could worship the sun instead. If we start with Jesus' birth, add 0 and consider that he had a millennium rule, while adding the current devil's reign at around 200 to 250 years, it would be around the year 1250 AD. Yet we don't exactly know when the millennium started or ended. What could have happened? They added around 800 years to the calendar to conceal our past. This discrepancy is explained by the Dark Ages. It never happened, and that is why so little information is available. Dark Ages refer to the Light Ages. I know what you are thinking, but we have proof on buildings and coins dating to 1600 or even earlier. In short, the calendar was written in a different way in the first millennium. The year 696 was written as Jesus 696, but Greeks used letter I for J or pronounced and wrote Jesus' name with an I. On coins you would see I-695. It was quite easy to fabricate the lie. Some building will have Roman numerals confirming actual dates. Trying not to complicate things, and many videos that will explain it. But at least we can see how they could have added years. They have lied to us about everything. Let's go on to part 5. NASA, the head of the snake.